Hello, friend. My chair's so squeaky. Hold on. Now I won't be squeaking as much. I'll still be squeaking though. Okay. Hi, what is up? It's been a minute. Last we left off with the journals. I had a it was the 2026 journal lineup video. A lot has changed since then. I am actually in none of those journals or systems that I had planned for myself. And sometimes it just be like that. So I wanted to share with you what I'm currently working in, how it's working out for me, and honestly, it's going really well. I've simplified a lot of things. I think I just had too much going on before. I had like an A6 and then a commonplace and then my A6 ring and then another one for curriculums and stuff, and just it was too much. I think I had like 5 or 6 journals going, and I've simplified it down to 2. I cut a lot of stuff out just because we are doing a lot of things within our personal lives, so like moving and all that stuff. So curriculum has taken the completely like the back seat. They're in the trunk actually. I'm not even paying attention to it. Focusing a lot on artistic work, commissions, things like that, as well as writing my book. Release date is in September, so things are kind of like, I need to lock down on that. So I am trying to do a lot of things amidst our move out of state and trying to like stay on track with that as well. So it's just a lot. So I've simplified my systems. All of that to say. We'll look at this one first. This is, oh boy, I forgot the name, but it's by Franklin Covey. I really love this cover. I thrifted it. Honestly, what a thrift find. That's where I find most of my covers, if I don't make them, is the thrift store. But I really love this one. She's an A6, but typically your standard A6s probably come about to right here. So she's a little extended. Makes her a little bit chunkier, but I really love the shape. The quality is just incredible. I don't have to worry about distressing or anything like that. And it has a pocket on the back. Or if I can remember to add it, I will add the name of this one in the description or here on the screen. I really can't remember the name at this moment. It has this little detail right here across that goes on the back and then down the spine as well. And it took a lot for me to move out of my other ring binder that I had, the burgundy croc leather one with the heart charm, the clasp here. Gorgeous, beautiful, like one of the most beautiful ring planners that I've ever seen, but it just was a little bit chunky in the back with that extra bit of fold zipper here. And honestly, I just wanted to change. I had this one sitting on my shelf for a long time. Yeah, I don't know why I feel like I need to give excuses, but this is what she looks like on the inside. So much ample space to do things and pockets to just put things everywhere. I really love the setup of this one too. The layout of where the cards are and the folder systems and there's so much. So over here, I have a Polaroid of my husband and I on our family ranch. This card here that my husband gave me, it used to be in the back of my phone, but now I have it here because I get to look at it more whenever it's here. And he's got the King of Hearts, so cute. And this serves as my wallet as well as like my planning systems. I just throw this in my purse. A derpy card here. Make sure you can't see anything important. A derpy card from my kids' Happy Meal back whenever the K-pop Demon Hunters were doing their meals. My cards, my credit card, debit cards. In this pocket, I have a Togepi and a Misty Psyduck. I really like Togepi, just super cute. I always have since I was a little girl. So anytime my kids find a Togepi card, they'll give me a Togepi. And then the running joke in the family is that if I were a Pokemon, I would be Psyduck, because when I get really overwhelmed, I just kind of explode. Yeah. And then my ID. So have those hidden back there. This little pocket here is where I keep some coupons that we got from Boot Barn and then some admission tickets to the roller skating rink, which we're gonna actually use tonight. And then this is a list of all of the repairs and stuff that we have to do in our home before we move. Let's see. We fixed that one. Gosh. The pipe, chimney cap is in the process. We actually don't need to do that one. We've got those scheduled. The vapor barrier's done. We just have to do the insulation. He has to clean the gutters. Yeah. We're almost done with that list. And then right here, whoops, is a little zipper pocket, which I have some receipts in there. And then right here is some extra stickers, some extra tabs, which I should pull that out because I need that, and sticky notes. So, before I forget, we have Petey, Mom, and then we've got Father's Day. I'll write down. I like these little bunny tabs because I can just pull them off and then I can do them on the weeks. So we've got my mom's birthday. Oops, I accidentally took off 2. And then we've got Father's Day. Okay. All right. I would forget to do that if I didn't do that right now, so I had to do it. Okay. And then it also has this little pen loop here and a pen loop here. I typically don't use this pen loop, but I do use this one very much so, a lot. Yeah, okay. So very springy. I wanted to bring in sort of like a fresh sense of renewal. I don't know if you can tell what that is, but it's like a ghost apparition spirit lady who is like showering in starlight. I don't know. I guess in flower field, it's kind of hard to see, but I saw it on Pinterest and I just really liked it. I use this page here for any stickers that my kids give me. I'll just slap it on here and it makes them feel special that I put it in here and something that I look at every day. And it also is special to me. And then this is a little card from the church that my husband and I got married in Mexico. Nuestra Señora de la Soledad. And then a cutout of a calendar that my husband got whenever he went to the local mercado. They were giving them away during Christmas time, so that's just like a part of that. It reminds me of the gardens in Zacatecas whenever we go and see his family, and it's so beautiful. A yearly overview, marking them off with some stickers as well. I love having this in here. I love looking at it. It's something that I can just keep forever. And then I have a page. So I DIY'd this page myself. It originally was just like a pocket thing here. And then I put these little plastic label transparent pocket things so I could stick Polaroids in it. So there are pictures of my kids and my cat, Mickey. And then more pictures of my kids. This kind of like, I don't know, it's like my, it heals my childhood. That child in me having like all of the sort of child ephemera, and especially Winnie the Pooh, which was like a huge thing when I was a kid. That was like my jam. And then I do have here sort of like my mantra of, for the year of 2026, I did it back. It was like the 13 nights. I can't remember exactly what it's called. My brain's not working at the moment, but it's like the 13 nights where you would burn a manifestation sort of thing to figure out what your year would focus on. And my creativity flows through me effortlessly was the one that ended up being mine. Art from like old books. I think this might be like the Tulip book if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Just thought it was really beautiful. These insert monthly tabs that I've made myself. Yeah, so I made these ones with my label maker and just some thick cardstock, and they turned out really well. And then we go into my monthlies, which you'll see that sometimes I'm really good about using them, and then other times I am not so good at using them. So we've just had like a lot going on. And I like to keep one of these cat tabs on here just to show where I am currently. Yeah, okay, I do have it written down. We do move. We move very, very soon, like within the next 3 weeks. And I'm a little stressed. It'll be my first time driving like 14, 15 hours by myself. I mean, my husband will be in the other car. We have 2 cars, but I will be driving the full length of it by myself. By myself, I mean, like not switching off with anybody. So we'll see how that goes. Because we'll also have the kids and all the animals and stuff. So yeah. Then we go into my weeklies. So I make my own inserts for my plans and also these sticky notes. I saw somebody do it on TikTok one time and I just thought it was such a good idea. So I just continued to do it myself because I couldn't find them again. And it really is really helpful. I look at this a lot. And I typically will keep it on my memo board thing here. So this is the current day of where we are. We'll make it there in a minute though. So I've got lists, grocery lists. I typically will take these with me no, I'll just keep going. Hold on. So each week you can see I've got my lists in here. I don't have them so much anymore because I've doing this thing where I have my kids write down the lists and then they will walk through the store with me and check off things as we go through so that they can get more practice with writing. And also it just teaches them really important life skills of how to make a shopping list or a grocery list whenever you plan meals and then you figure out what you need from those meals. So that's what we are starting to do. So here we are, the current day. I did buy my mom a gift. I did not text Sue, but I did start Charlie's sketch. Got him his thing. What is today? Friday? I bought my dad a gift. I gotta put that there because sometimes it's backwards planning. I just have to remind myself of some of the things that I did. My memory is not the greatest. So we had tacos last night, and then I think tonight we'll probably eat out. Tomorrow my daughter wants wings. Okay, but yeah, this is just like a plastic, really thick, not really thick, like a thin acrylic that I've made, and I typically have the sticky note here, and then whenever I'm done with it, I just take it off, leave it there, and then move on to the next one. So if I have any important sticky notes or anything, I'll put them on here, and yeah, that's just how it rolls. So as I said, I also have these little tabs here. I like that you can see them over the top, so then I know that there's an important birthday or event coming up. And then the rest are blank for now, or they're like very lightly put in. So I have it set up to where I've got Monday through Friday on here, so the weekday, and then we've got the weekend on this side. And then this is an open space for, I could do literally anything, stickers, planning, whatever. And then I've got the quest log here, which is typically very short tasks or things that I need to get done over the week. So I can put them here and then allot them to whichever day that they need to be done. And then down here is an upcoming, so like, let's see, well, that's a big one I don't have, our moving day. So moving day, I can have 2. So we've got moving day, which is the 6th, and then it's my daughter's birthday on the 11th. So that's how I just kind of know if I'm looking at this week to know that there is something coming up next week, because typically for me, it's out of sight, out of mind. If I do not see it here, I'll forget most likely that it's happening the next day or the next week. Especially if it's something that's not like a yearly occurrence, like birthdays or something. So it's just nice to know that that's there. So like this one is my friend's birthday. Oh my gosh. This is why I love erasable pens. On the 1st, and then we've got the 4th, which, like, not really excited on the meaning of the 4th this year, but our friends are having a big giant thing, and so it's gonna be like the last time we'll be able to be with them. So I am excited about that. So lots of things going on. There's even some things that I have forgotten to put in here. Yeah, it's gonna be busy. Yeah, so past that, I have, back here is now where I'm kind of doing my meal planning a little bit, just to keep it in here, because I'll kind of brainstorm and have things that, you know, kind of come up over the week. And then we have lists, and it is just the dinner ideas that I typically rotate through. I have things that I haven't added on here that I need to, and I will separate them by the type of protein that it is. So we've got chicken, beef, pork, and then meatless options and seafood options. And there are some that, again, I have not added, but it's just nice to be like, God, what am I cooking for dinner this week when I'm planning? And I can keep these back here as sort of like a menu options, which is so helpful. And then this, I don't really look at this, the daily cleaning thing anymore. My house is so chaotic right now with moving, and half of our stuff being in boxes and the other half is just like scattered everywhere. So that's not really so important to me right now, but I do still like to use this. It's a weekly review of just trying to like capture things and getting them on page, reflecting on things that I have not done or things that I have done, reviewing for the next week, reviewing for the next 4 weeks, just trying to have like, it's a mental dump, a mental clarity of trying to figure out everything that I need to get done. I have not been on my tracking game. It's just too overwhelming at the moment. I think the only thing that I track right now is my period, fallen off of everything else, which is okay. It's just a busy moment. And then I've got some like to-do lists and some drawings that my son and I were drawing when we were sitting at gymnastics. He got really bored and was going crazy. So I'm like, here, you want to draw? And let him draw on some paper. And then back here is the paw prints of both of my dog and my cat. Behind this postcard, I do have my address book. So it's got the all the addresses for people that I regularly send mail to, or would like to send mail, or just like family members, friends, whatever. That is the address for in there. I used to have a separate address book, but it would get lost all the time, so I just condensed everything to back here, and then I never lose it. And then I have, it's just a little zipper of stickers. And then back here is more pockets. I love how wide this is. It's fantastic. This is a bookmark we got from the Renaissance Festival. Somebody was giving them out as trinkets. A little Batman thing from my husband's birthday. And then I have, this is a dandelion. It's the first flower that my son ever gave me, and I pressed it and saved it, and it's just so special, and I love it so very much. And then I also have this picture back here, which I just love this picture. I don't know, something about it just like really calls to me. It is tulips on a young daughter of the Picts. It's from a book that I got from the thrift store called Tulips, the flower that makes men go mad or something. And there's so many beautiful, even this one was from that same book, so many beautiful art pieces in there that I use within my journaling and everything, and I just love it. So this is my current planning system. This is like my everyday. I carry it everywhere I go. Yeah, it's been great. I really love this cover, but I will say that I have another one coming on the way. I decided to spoil myself just a little bit, and I ordered from a small business. And the moment that I saw her ring binder, it's another A6, I just could not stop thinking about it, and I decided to treat myself. It's, I think, going to be a little bit wider on the rings. I don't know what size rings these are, but I'm going to move up to 30 millimeters. I'm so excited to show you guys. I will do a video whenever I switch over into the new one. It really reminds me a lot of the Filofax Ranger, but in its own way. I cannot stop thinking about the Ranger ever. I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be so wonderful. But this has done well. I'm still gonna keep her. Such a good quality. Franklin Covey is really underrated. A lot of people talk about Filofax this, Filofax that, as well as I do, but Franklin Covey just has some really amazing covers and should not be looked past because they're just such high quality. This is my sort of everyday creative brain dump. Everything poetry, sketching book thing that I have going. And I love it, but I just feel like it's a little bit too big. All right, my microphone died, so hopefully you guys are able to, it's okay enough quality. I'm using my Shure mic now, and having to record on my computer instead of just having my audio straight to my camera. But it's cool, it's fine. We're gonna get through this. So, I love everything about this except for maybe the size. I just think it's a little bit too big for my personal. I think it's like an A5 size kind of right now, and honestly, I would really just love to go down to like a B6 size. So I bought this leather from the thrift store. They were placemats, and I turned it into my own sort of traveler's journal. And I really love the color, I love the charm, I love everything about it, just except for the size. I just think it's way too big. Especially whenever it's something that I'm trying to like throw in my purse every day, along with this is so chunky, and it's a lot of space that is taking up in my purse. So what I have decided to do is, using the same exact amount, the same exact color, I want to downsize to a B6 size, which I think is going to be a lot better. My issue is that I'm trying to find a B6 graph journal that will lay flat. I know that, is it Midori has their B6 Slim, but I don't want a Slim. I want a full B6. I know Stalogy has one, so I might try that. I just feel like 365 is a lot for a tiny little journal. I'd like maybe a little bit thinner. I found some that I think I really like, but the problem is that they only ship from Korea, and it's like $20 for one single little journal, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth it for me personally to do that. I don't know, but this is, I really love the system that I've got in here. So I have this little pocket over here on the side that I also added. In here I've got some Minecraft cards from whenever we go to the arcade with my kids. These are like the cards that they give you away for free, and I love them. I am on my Minecraft kick right now. And it's been lasting a little bit longer than 2 weeks, so that's good. I did that same trick where I took a pocket folder and added the labels to it. And so I have some stickers in here. These are some stickers that we got from a little free library. They're so darling. And then I also have stickers that I got from the Renaissance Festival. Make sure I'm not showing my kids. Here we go. I think these are so gorgeous. The snail with this little plus size beauty, and then the fox. Oof, they're so cool. And then we've got a little calcifer and coffee because my FMC from my latest book. So this is Zeta. And she's so freaking cool. She's so badass, dude. So badass. And that's probably one of my favorite art pieces that I've ever done. She just looks so cool. And then up top, I have this little pen loop. It's a little metal pen loop I got for my birthday from my dad. And a Pilot Kakuno with the Yamaguro Hiroshizuku ink in it. This ink is beautiful. It's like a plum kind of color. Gorgeous. On the back, I have the two loves of my life. I'm kidding. My husband and his cowboy hat, and then Leon S. Kennedy. Yep. And behind him, I have a picture of my kids. I just moved it there because, I went through a really, really big, am going through a really big Resident Evil thing. I watched all the Resident Evil movies. Have been watching like all the gameplays. I love whenever Jacksepticeye does gameplays because he plays the exact same way I would play, and then he's also just a lot better at it, and his humor is just top tier, honestly. And then I also have a couple of cards that are kind of like prototypes for a subscription mail club thing that I'm working on. And so I know I talked about these like 6 months ago or something, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with it. And I finally figured out what I want to do with it. And I'm going to do like a mail subscription service after we move and all that and we get settled in. Because it's just a lot right now. But these are going to be oracle cards. Like affirmation cards almost. In like an oracle card form. And so they're going to be actually professionally printed. But I just wanted to see what the size was like. And so I printed these off and laminated them myself. And I really, really love them. They're just so beautiful. I can talk more about them in the future whenever it's closer time. But, oh, they're so cool. I'm so stoked. Especially this one. She's so pretty. So pretty. But essentially, like, they're affirmation cards. And like journaling things and all that. Yeah, I'll talk about it in the future. Okay, so in this notebook, I only have 2 notebooks, which seems like a drastic change from having like 15 different notebooks spread across different systems. And I just felt it was too much. I felt this like insane pressure of having to fill up all of these journals that I had. And then I would never end up actually writing in them, or I would forget, and it was just a lot. It was a lot, overloading my brain. So I've kind of condensed down a lot of it. This one here, this is just a notebook from the Dollar Tree. And I actually bought a few more of these just because I was afraid they were going to go out of stock. So I put a sticker on here with the beetle on it, but they are just plain white paper, and this is a size B6. Wouldn't you have it? And so I really, really enjoy this size, and I think that if I could have this size for like my everyday thing with graph paper, it would be perfect. I do feel like the A6 is just a little too small, so I do have this A6, which, I mean, is not terrible, but I feel like A6 is too small. A5 is too big. B6 is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what I want. It's just hard trying to find them. So if you know anybody that sells B6 graph notebooks aside from Stylogy, please let me know because I am on the hunt. Something very similar to this style would be fantastic. This is just like a Walmart Pentalac. I ripped the cover off of it because I wanted it to be able to lay flat, and it lays flat beautifully. I'm telling you, this would be fantastic if it was just a size B6. But I am going to continue I'll use this A6, I think, whenever I switch over eventually. It's just such a big difference. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta continue because my batteries are gonna die on everything. So yeah, this is my brain dumping journal. I use it for making... Yes, I know. I use it for making all of like my lists and things that goals, things I need to do, just things I need to get out of my head and onto paper. And then also just like as like a little scribbling thing for whenever I'm with my son or my kids and they want to play, or we'll do tic-tac-toe, those kinds of things. So lots of lists in here and sort of just dumps. And I really do love it, but it's hard to write in sometimes because this journal is so much bigger, which is why I don't want to have the A6 with this one, just because it's so awkward in here. It's hanging off of the edge, and I try and put it up here. It's just awkward. So I'd really like to have something that's around the same size. And here is from that tulip book that I was talking about with these little star paper clips I got from Pop Shelf. And then this notebook itself is actually from Walmart. It's a really beautiful kind of suede material. And I do like this journal a lot. It's just too big. So, in this journal, I do just about everything. It's kind of like a commonplace to me, but less academic wise. I haven't been doing like a lot of studying for things. I've just been more on like my creative side, which is okay. That's just the season that I'm in right now. So I have like my wish list of like all of the like things that I kind of want right now. This, I will say, when I saw this chair, I was looking for a chair because I currently have like one of those crisscross chairs and I'm so over it. I need something. I've caused myself health issues because of it, because I always have my legs crossed. And I need something that I cannot cross my legs in, but I can also like use backwards. So I was like, ooh, that shape of the chair is really nice. And I just copied the image off of Amazon and then just didn't even pay attention to the price. This chair is like $1,500. There's no way. But I will be looking for something with that similar shape. But yeah, just a few things like handmade pottery. I really want a pair of cherry cowgirl boots. So bad. Chocolate mint. These robes specifically from Brocame, I think it's like high quality robes. I either want like this DJI Nano or the extra Atto camera. They're the same thing essentially, but you can disconnect these two pieces and use this as your viewfinder and then like attach your camera to things magnetically. And I think that this would be just so wonderful. For drinking my teas, I really want one of these pots that it's like a thermos and it seals and it'll keep the heat, and then I can just carry it around with me all day. I've been doing that with my Simple Modern 40-ounce thermos, but I spill everywhere all the time, so I would love one with like a little spout. I think it would be great. And then I have some journaling. I am taking a break on the artist way. I think it's just too much right now with us moving and all of that, so I am still journaling, but just not like being so strict with myself on how much I journal. So then I have been trying out some perfumes. I have some samples that I've been going through, and I really love doing it that way, because I get to experience a whole bunch of different notes. And so I'll go more into depth like on a different video of all of the perfumes that I've been trying, just because like my phone is gonna die soon and it's what I'm using as my viewfinder. I use this as like a sketchbook. I use it as like a collection of quotes and things, characters that I've really enjoyed. I watched the Trigun Stampede over there, and I really liked Nicholas D. Wolfwood's character. I really love just like emotionally brutalized characters that still have like, they think that they're evil or they can be evil and like still have that goodness down to their heart. I enjoy those, and so Nicholas D. Wolfwood is definitely like that tortured soul kind of thing. And he had a quote that said, no matter how heavy a cross you carry, you still deserve to eat and you still deserve to laugh. And yeah, that just like really spoke to me. I used it as like to-dos list, like a running list, but I moved that into this notebook over here. Short, kind of like little captain log things where I was keeping track of what I was doing for the day. I would like to do this more. I kind of fell off of it a little bit, with some sketches in here. I have my reading log. I have not been reading much at all. This is the entire year worth of reading that I have done, and majority of them were graphic novels. The last book that I read was Kingfisher Snake Eater. I've got a couple that I'm reading currently, but I'm not like more than 10% into them, and I DNF'd one, so this is just like a list of things that I want to journal. I have to add some pictures in to this for like a memory keeping. I just haven't printed off the pictures. And then this is my plan for the flowers of the thing that I'm doing for what's it called? The Mail Club. And then we went to the Renaissance Festival for Mother's Day, and so I have like the sticker that I got from there, and then the map, and highlighted the places that we went. We went to more than that, but just a few of them. And then I did journal about it just a little bit. This was something that I was doing every time I found a moment where I had my executive dysfunction or some anxiety, and I like couldn't have myself do anything, but I still felt like I needed to move or something, to fidget. I was putting little dots all over the paper, and it says, "It'll all be okay. We live on a floating rocket space." So that was a good way to kind of just keep my body busy while my mind was just kind of going crazy. And then I have more journaling and some tarot pulls and a card that a friend sent me with a sticker in it, and just trying to my thing is I'm just trying to be consistent with it. Short little journaling entries. I really fell off of like journaling anything, so I'm just trying to get back into the groove of it. And I'm having a lot of fun with like the collaging aspect of it. So yeah. I have really been loving, along with everybody else, I've been loving Orbiter by Noah Kahan. And so I just felt like really moved by this song and the trend of kids look at their mothers, and how the song was, how Noah Kahan had written that song for his mom, and how she's the moon, and like no matter how far he ventures, he's always going to be drawn back to her. And it's such a beautiful thing. A collage that I did, very whimsical, sort of like 90s whimsical themed, I guess, with the dragonflies and the quilting aspect and the moon. And it has a poem here. These are all from like different magazines and things, and I kind of pulled them together, and this has got to be probably one of my favorite spreads that I've done in a very, very long time. And then I saw like this picture on Pinterest, and I really liked it, so I decided to recreate it with my own acrylic markers and put a quote next to it. And then here I have a poem by Mary Oliver called "I Worried." And then I've just been sketching a little bit more, and I saw this butterfly trend thing that people were doing, and I really liked it. And I planned on doing more on the background, but I honestly don't know what I would do. So I just have it like this, and it says Metamorphosis, which reminds me of the Hilary Duff album, but I journaled on the back of them and just talking about change. We're in a very big transition of change and things right now within our personal life, and it yeah. And then I did this with my acrylic markers, and then this is the sticker that one of my friends sent me. It's a colored pencil art piece of Vessel from whenever he was at a concert, and he held up this sign here. And my friend, she spent, I want to say like months, hours and hours and hours and hours of coloring this in with colored pencil by hand. And it's not a small piece that she's working on. It's huge. Would probably take up like this whole space. And she just was so dedicated in creating that. And it's so cool. I meant to journal here. I ended up not. And then we did a puzzle not too long ago. We got one from the public library, and it is one of the prettiest puzzles that I have ever seen. So whimsical, so beautiful. Yeah, it took us all day to do it, because I don't know if you've ever tried to do a 500-piece puzzle with kids. It's it's a lot, but we did finish it. My husband came in and kind of saved us, because this section here was so difficult. It was very hard, and up here too. But we did it, and just great. This is my mood board for July, and kind of like the things that I want to do over the summer with the kids and things. So we are moving to our family's cattle ranch, and it's just out in the country in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't be happier. It's gonna be just like a summer filled with family and fun. We have my aunt who is flying over from Japan with her kids, and they're about the same age as my kids, so they're gonna have so much fun things to do this summer. I want to do like some turmeric prints. I want to make little watercolor boxes out of Altoid tins. Go to farmers markets, and giant bubbles like they do at the Renaissance Fair I think would be really fun. I want to be more intentional, be more whimsical, have more fun, and really like bring out my sense of wonder and childhood again, and just like really just make it a magical summer for our family, and eating outside and sitting out and just reading and drawing and just being outside. That's what I really want. And then I really like this spread too. So these are some of like the clothes that I want to be wearing this summer. I took this SB&U street scene. It's from my Shoujo Beat magazine, which is like an old manga magazine that used to be in print back in like the early 2000s. And I really, really liked the idea of like on the street, seeing what people are wearing and all of that. And so I kind of have like some screenshots of kind of things that I want to be wearing. I have like white dainty tops, big flowy dresses, t-shirts over dresses with the denim vest with the patterned dress, and denim vest and boots and all of that. And I just think it's fun, it's flirty, it's comfortable, and I just think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I made these on Canva, and then I put them up on my bathroom wall in a frame, and that frame broke, so I decided to put them in here. And then a bit of journaling. I'm gonna kind of go past that because it's very personal stuff. And then I really have been loving the song The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo. So I did a little art piece page of some of the lyrics. It says, "But my head is full of poison and my heart is full of doubt." And yeah, that song has made me cry quite a few times, I'm not gonna lie. Here I was gonna do like a song list of everything, all the songs that I've been listening to recently, but I actually decided to, I sat down to do this, and then I didn't have the glue. I'll show you guys now because I'm just so excited about it. But I'm gonna do, instead of this, I'm gonna leave that for something else. I'm gonna do the old Windows screen, the old Windows wallpaper with this old visualizer. Oh, I'm so excited. And I have these they're the album covers, but I put them as if they were like CDs. And then, let me move that real quick, hold on. And then I also have these little cutouts that I did of the old visualizers that like they used to have on Windows. And I'm gonna have it to where I can slide this in back here and change it, so it looks like the visualizer. It's so cool. I'm like really excited about this. And I even have little CDs printed out to like stick out from behind. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm so excited for this one. Just like the different visualizer things. It's going to be so cool. And then I also printed out this old Walkman. I might save this for a different page because I am going to do the visualizer for this one. So I might save this for another time. And then I also have, now that's what I call music. because that was like the albums of my childhood, and it just feels so nostalgic to have that with this and that, and just, it's gonna be great. I'm really excited about that one. And then I also have over here, I might include this on a different one too, is hit clip. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do in there. And then let's see, I drew this too, but I accidentally put it way too far back. I thought I was on a different page and I wasn't. And then to like finish it off, this is an extra pocket of just like all the things that I've cut out that I haven't used yet, but I will be using. So yeah, that is this notebook. I typically am using my Friction Synergy Clicker pen. I just put it down here. I'll use that for everything. And then I have this one whenever I want to be a little bit fancier with journaling. But typically that is the setup. So that is what I have been up to journaling wise. That's like my whole new setup that I've got going on, and I really enjoy it. I'm glad that I've simplified things. It's really helped to have, like, I'm a little bit more enticed to actually be in my journals instead of being overwhelmed and stressed and like, well, which journal do I want to bring and which notebook am I going to use? And well, like, I think my big thing was that sometimes it would be, if I wanted to write something, it wouldn't just fit into one notebook. It technically could be in multiple of the notebooks, and I would get stressed out because I'm like, I can't categorize this where I need it to be categorized. Like, what if I'm looking for it here and then I can't find it? It just like would really stress me out. So just having everything in one journal solves that issue for me. Yeah. I hope that this was useful at all. Like I said, if you find any B6 notebooks that are graphed that lay flat, let me know, because I've been on the hunt that are affordably priced. I might just swing it and say like, sure, I'll pay the $10 in shipping. I'm literally paying for shipping the same amount as what the actual notebook is. I think the notebook is like $10, $11, and then shipping is $9.99, and I'm just like, that's crazy. The shipping always gets me. I'm a kind of a cheapskate when it comes to that. Drop me do they have CD emojis? Some sort of music emoji, gosh, if you've made it this far. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot more journaling content videos. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, and stay excellent. Bye.